Welcome back to channel, guys and gals. So in this video we are going to put in the screening on the Texas Norm Locomotive build. Now, as you can tell, I still got a lot more work to do, but I was able to finally obtain the screening that I needed. Now, before I start by saying that, one of the things that y'all saw in the previous video at Menards was that I found that U.S. Army card. Double flat card, U.S. Army card. No, I did not buy it, okay? Before anybody asks, no, I did not buy it. That's unusual for me to walk into Menards and not walk out with something. But, excuse me, I had a little bit of a cough there. I did pick up a pair of these. Very nice for cutting things. $2.99, you know, works great for multiple different things. The screening I got, they didn't have the one I wanted, which was the brass screening. Now, unfortunately, that happens. Every hardware store is different, and depending on what part of the country you're in is what they're going to have. Even Home Depot and Lowe's did not have the brass screening I was looking for. But I was able to find the aluminum screening. This big old massive roll. Am I going to use all this? No. Well, probably not on this project, but maybe on something later. Or I'll just give it to my brother and say, here, go fix something. But anyways, excuse me, I'm having one hell of a cough right now. But it is aluminum, so that does help. And I'm going to cut out some of it to put the screening in the locomotive. Oh, sorry, Loki. My dog just looked at me like, hit me with that thing again. Didn't mean to. Yeah, I really didn't mean to. I promise, I didn't mean to. It was a pure accident. Yes, you're on video again. Can you believe that? Can you say hi? No? Okay. You're a hoot. Yeah, he's a hoot. Been my best buddy, though. He likes his belly rubs. And he likes to curl up with Dad at night, so hey, you can't go wrong with that. You know? Alright, so just want to make sure I get, I mean, I could cut this in several different ways, but so we're going to see, because this type of screening can be fun to work with. Yes. And I don't want to have to take this all out just to cut what I need. Alright, so I got that done. Utility shears. You cannot go wrong with utility shears. Alright, so we definitely have enough to do that whole section right there. That's all I needed out of this. Again, this is not something I would typically use. I was actually looking for either the stainless steel or brass, but like I said, depending on the country, part of the country you're standing in, is what you're going to get. Before anybody asks, yes, it's the painted butt put back in. Watch out for sharp objects. Well, I'll work with that in a little bit. Alright, so let's see, we need, if I measured that right, we are looking at 1 1/4 inches. We'll just go ahead and say 5 1/2 inches. 1 1/4 by 5 1/2. Okay. Now, where do I put my Sharpie at? Yes, I gotta put my readers on to do this. Okay. Alright, now we're gonna come right over here. We're gonna go. Now, working with this particular style of screening, when you can, make sure that you get exactly what you are looking for. Try not to stretch it, because if you ever get to a point where you start stretching it, it will definitely cause you problems. So try not to stretch it if you can. And the only reason I'm going this route is I really don't want to have to make a trip back to Scale Model Supplies. Even though they're getting used to seeing me in there and starting to get to know me on a first name basis. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I'll give me 1 second, we get this cut out, and I'll bring y'all back. Alright, so we've got it cut out. I'm only going to show y'all one side of it because it's going to be the same on both sides, but it'll give you more of a general idea of what's going to be happening, okay? Did not realize that did that. That's going to stink. It's alright. So, let me move the camera down here a little bit. Excuse me. So y'all can kind of see a little bit more about what's going on the inside. Alright, so this is, like I said, again, 5 1/2 by 1 1/4. Well, yeah, 1 1/4. And it's just going to pretty much be laid in there just like this, right up against the top and down. Left a little bit of room in there so that you got some playroom for alignment. Yeah, okay, again, we do not want to stretch this any more than what you have to. Get yourself a couple drops of glue up in there, exactly where you want it. I prefer the Extreme Power Super Glue. Use your quick set on it so that it sets up quickly and you're not holding it for very long. Okay, so that's in there. And I'll show you why here in just a second while I'm working with the top first. Okay. Because when I originally did this, there's two filler pieces back here. So it creates a lip. So I've got two choices there. After I put this in, I can either cut that away or go up and over it. Woo. Again, I'm using the Bob Smith Industry Insta Set. Good stuff, really is. My father kind of got me turned into it many years ago, and I just kind of been using it ever since. We used it a lot in doing G-scale modeling. Even though if you're using balsa, it dried very quickly without it, but with this it was like even quicker. So that was part of the reason. In case y'all wonder what I'm doing, I got glue stuck on my finger. Alright, now we're going to work with the center on the pillars. Let that sit there for a second. I'll make sure that's in there good and tight. Alright, now we can start working with the bottom. Let's go back over here. Let's see. Alright, that's in there. Let's look at this piece. Alright, so there's that one. Now, just because it says Insta Set, it does really like Insta Set, but it's not like it's solidified, like it's a hard, go. So don't think that just because you got it in there that it's done, because it's not. Then we can work with the ends down here. Again, those are wood right there, so that'll be all right. Minus that, your fingers getting stuck occasionally. Yes, Loki, it's a pain in the butt when your fingers get stuck. My dog is looking at me right now like, sure, Dad, you're talking to yourself again. Yeah, it's cold out there, isn't it? All right, so now the only thing, this is more inset than what I mean, it had to be, but there you go. Now this is all back here, but you know that's fine. I may make a couple more pieces going right here and back over here, just kind of help fill that space in. But that'll at least work for right now. All right, so let me get the other side done, and then I'll bring you right back. All right, so I got the other side done. So this is what we got. Screening in there. Screening in there. I will have to make a piece to go in right here and down here on each end of each corner. No big deal. It's going to basically act as a fill-in, and so that it's not so noticeable that there's a lip back here. It just kind of help fill it in just a little bit. On both sides. Right back over here and right back over here. Yeah. Very happy with it. This does add some rigidity to this area right here. Even though it is aluminum, it will still do the job. Keep everything structurally sound. And we are one step closer to being done, other than these have still to be sanded off. New handrails have to be made. The body has to be ordered, which I can almost guarantee is going to have a custom frame made. Again, no big deal. And then see if I'm going to have to wind up raising this cab height. If I do at that point, then I will cut it from right here at the bottom. Cut this bottom lip off. Put a 1/4 inch riser in here, and then reapply this area right here, or make a new one to go right in here to give it that rigid, give it that old school look. Still got to cut doors into it, which is going to be quite an undertaking. And add lights. I got the LEDs at the house. Should have brought them with me, but I didn't. One step closer, one more thing. One thing left, you know, a few things left to do. It's looking better, and I'm very, very happy with it so far. I just hope my son's happy with it. And of course, you know, the tabs right here, the mount holes, I'll have to, probably still gonna fill a lot of that in. I don't know, what do y'all think? Should I make it a 2 window or leave it 3 and just fill that in? Or should I just go 1 window like the FF1 on opposite ends? I don't know. We'll figure it out as we go along. I'm thinking 3 windows and fill that door in on both ends. But as always, keep the shiny side up, rubber down. I hope you enjoyed this video of what I've been doing, what I was waiting on. And the next video, we'll get into showing how I'm going to fix this area right here to show that this is not a step in, if you want to call it that. And how I'm going to make the grab irons for this locomotive and how I'm going to cut the doors in. See y'all then. As always, again, thank you to each and every one of you, to all the subscribers, and new and old. Y'all rock. Y'all keep me busy, and I keep coming back for more because y'all keep me busy. And I enjoy that. And I enjoy this channel. I enjoy what I do to help y'all out, or to even show y'all what I'm doing. Again, thank you. Thank you. A very heartfelt thank you to everybody. As always, keep the shiny side rubber down. We'll see y'all then. Loki, you got anything you want to say? Don't want to say nothing? Yep, he's not talking. He says bedtime. We'll see y'all later. We'll see you on the next video. We'll shoot for tomorrow. Take it easy.